Hey guys, welcome back to Mad Moose Barbecue. I'm Zach, and today I'm just going to put together this little video to do a quick review on my thoughts of the new Masterbuilt Gravity Series 1050 smoker. I'm going to be kind of comparing it to my Rec Tec 680, give you the pros and cons of it and my overall thoughts after finally using it a few times over this past weekend. So check it out. Alright, so the best way for me to actually do this, I think, is to just kind of hold the camera and walk around and show you while I talk about it. First things first, I'm going to start off with that I purchased this smoker myself, so this is not a biased review. It was my money. No one gave it to me. So let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about is the lid here. It's well built. It's heavy. It's got some weight to it. It's still probably not the thickest steel, but it's not bad. The grates are great. I like the cast iron. You can flip it over. You see it says smoke on one side. You can flip it over to the other side for a sear. So those are good. Those are heavy duty. These ones are porcelain on the second, third shelves. Let's talk about space. This thing has a ton of space. 1,050 square inches of cooking space. The only mod I've done is I put this gasket along here to just, that was just to help with the oil not dripping onto the front of my grill and making a mess. But it's seasoned up. I've cooked ribs, a tri-tip on it, and some corn and burgers, so it's been good. Next thing we're going to talk about is the shelf. This is a very nice feature to have. It's not super heavy duty or anything, but it works well. Pops up and down easily. So, I mean, it's just a front shelf. Nothing too crazy to talk about. The controller on here is okay. I mean, it's pretty user-friendly and basic. You know, you can set a timer. You know, go over here, set your temperature, connect your phone, see your probe. It does come with one probe for the meat. But we'll get into the temperature and stuff in a minute here. So I'm just gonna turn it off because it's not running. Let's see, we got some hooks on the side. So those are nice. The stainless steel shelf is a great thing to have. Over here in the back, you got this little compartment where you can roll up the power cord and stuff it in there where you're not using it. So that's a cool feature that I like. What else? I'm trying to go systematically here when I talk about it. I think that's about it for the shelf. Real quick, talk about the wheels. Good heavy duty wheels, locking casters on this side. Now, since we're down here, you can see that oil spot is there and over here. So I don't know what is dripping from up underneath here, but there's something that's not sealed perfectly or that well. Let's see if we can get up under here. You have the removable drip pan. It just slides out and you can dump your oil and fat out of there. Okay, so I think that's everything over there. Let's get to the actual chute and firebox. I love the latches. They are good heavy duty latches. Very, very nice design on those. So basically how this works is you put the coals down in here, which you probably can't see because it's dark, but put the coals down in the chute and then come over here, another nice latch, and this is the firebox. Sorry, forgot to clean it out, but this is the firebox. So coals are going to come down and rest right on top of this pull-out grate thing here. And to get it started, what you're going to do is you put little fire starters. I use the Fire and Flavor starter cubes. These things right here, these little bio starters. So basically you take this and you just set it right on there in that rack, like so. And then you light it and it'll get the charcoal lit, and then that's when you turn on the smoker. It holds a lot. I think probably about 15-16 pounds worth of lump charcoal. That's what I like to use. I don't like briquettes. And then so what happens is that all the ash falls down into here, and as it's falling, you take wood chunks and you toss them in the ash bin, and the hot embers fall onto the wood chunks and create smoke, which then goes into the cooking chamber, and that's where you get your smoke flavor from. This is real nice. This pops right out and we can just go dump it straight in the trash can. So no complaints here. Well designed, heavy duty little doors. Again, up here I did put some more of that gasket, just as a personal preference. It probably doesn't need it, but I did it anyways, just to help hold the heat in a little bit better. Oh, what else? We got these slides, which basically that's how we shut off the grill. You pull these out, and that's what creates the airflow from the chamber or the fan into the firebox and then back into here. So at the end of the cook, you shut everything down. You put these back in. It's hard to do with one hand, but put those back in, and that chokes off all the airflow. You hang them on this little rack when you're not using them during the cook. That's a nice little feature. I could see me losing them if I didn't have a spot for them like that, so I do like that. What else? All right, let's talk about the things that I don't love about it. Temperature probe seems to be a lot different than what my other independent probes were. So in here, that is the internal temperature probe that takes the indoor temp of the grill, which tells the computer how fast the fan needs to run to get the temperature that you've set to. Now, I've cooked it 250, 350, 450 just to test it out, and there seems to be a variance between what this temperature probe is telling the computer and what my independent, I was using the Inkbird probe to compare, and there was typically like a 30 to 50 degree variance of temperature. So that could potentially be an issue. I don't think it's a huge problem. I'm probably gonna cook and go off of my independent probes and just, because I like to set those right here in the middle somewhere. So I'm probably just gonna go off that and kind of ignore whatever the computer is saying. So that's not a huge deal. If if you have your own temperature probes, I don't see it being a big issue. Other than that, I mean, that's the main thing. It does go through the charcoal quite fast. I was expecting to get 15 hours out of a cook. Maybe if I was running at 225, that would be a possibility. And lump charcoal does burn hotter and faster, so that could be a factor as well. But I only got about 8 hours yesterday, so it was not a big deal. You can open that up during the cook and throw more in there. Now, comparing this to the Rec Tec over here, they're two similar but different things. The Rec Tec holds its temperature absolutely perfect. It's better quality thicker gauge steel, and you know, pellet smoker, so it runs off the pellets. I honestly couldn't tell you which one I like more at this point. I'm loving them both. I love the space that this offers. I love the real charcoal and wood flavor that you get that you really don't get from pellets. But they're both fantastic. You know, different price ranges. You know, the Rec Tec is about $1,200. I got this out the door from Cabela's at $719. So, yeah, that's about it. That's gonna kind of do it for my complete review. All in all, I'm definitely happy with it for definitely the price we paid. So if you're looking at getting one, I'd recommend it. I can't speak to the 560s. I know I've heard some things that those are a little flimsier. So this review is strictly for the 1050 version. But if you're in the market and you're looking for something different and new and fun, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. So thanks for watching. Bye.